I Got the Hell Out does contain explicit content that might not be suitable for some listeners, such as children, those that easily get offended, and we do recommend that listeners at work put your earbuds in if you have coworkers around.
And if you like the show, please spread the word by telling as many people as you can. Would also appreciate if you would subscribe, rate, hopefully with 5 stars, and review the podcast on iTunes. You can find us there as well as on Stitcher and Overcast. You can follow us on Twitter at WasInACult, on Facebook at I Got the Hell Out, and on Instagram at I Got the Hell Out with an underscore after each word. You can contact us through our website at IGotTheHellOut.com.
Hi guys,
Hi, it's Laura.
and Deb, and it's an early episode.
It's a Wednesday episode
of I Got the Hell Out. And the first thing I have to tell everybody, Laura,
What?
if you're listening to this episode tonight, shame on you. Because this episode is supposed to be listened to Sunday. Okay? You're like a kid with a bag of candy and you can't stop listening.
No patience.
Well, we talked about this tonight before we started, and you're not coming back for a while.
No.
And our very next episode after this one will not be until Monday the 24th. So if you're not saving it, don't feel bad for you. Know what I mean?
And I'll be drinking wine somewhere, not
You'll
giving
be
a
drinking
shit.
wine and not giving a shit. Yeah, nice.
Hey, I'm being honest.
I found some really big news. Well, it was big to me at least.
What?
Guess what we're on now?
What?
iHeartRadio.
Woo!
Well, remember we had to pay a lot of money to be on that, and we said, hell no.
We were like, no way.
No way. I mean,
How'd this happen?
I don't know, but when I go home, I take a shower and I either listen to us or for the next, show and do culty corrections and shit, or I put on music that I like, right?
So you were on iHeartRadio and we were just there?
Well, no, I've been looking us up for months and we weren't coming up on it. And
shit, and all of a sudden we did.
All of a sudden, we are on iHeartRadio.
Nice.
Yay!
Yay, us.
And we didn't have to pay for it.
That's the best part.
Okay, and I have a really big apology I need to send out there.
Okay. For what this time?
I was so... When I listened to this, I screamed at myself, let me tell you. Because I have friends that are nurses... My friend Karen from the cult, she's a hospice nurse. Melody at the cult that was the nurse forever.
When you said nurses don't know anything?
Okay, yes.
And I said, yes, they do.
Okay, can I explain
Go ahead.
what I meant?
What did you mean?
What I meant was nurses actually run the floor, take care of the patients, know the medications, this, that, and the other thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
They basically know more than the doctors. And sometimes they catch medication mistakes.
Yep.
They can't be mixed. The doctor comes by once, maybe twice a day, right?
The nurses are running the show.
All you nurses out there, I love you to death. You do a great job. And it came out wrong. What I meant to say was when I was talking about that, Norman kept covering up Kenny's junk. Okay?
Okay.
And I made the statement...
I just had a visual. I'm sorry.
That, maybe they were a couple and she just didn't know it, okay? That's
You
what I
meant they don't know shit about somebody's home life or somebody's whatever the hell's going on.
If you're a same-sex couple, you're still a virgin. I mean, unless you tell them.
They don't know.
I heard a funny story, and I wish I could claim that it was a friend of mine or something. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But this girl goes to the gynecologist, and she's sexually active.
Okay.
Okay. And, the gynecologist asks you certain questions.
Mm-hmm.
How many partners, and how often, and all kinds of shit, along with what contraceptive are you using?
Okay.
And the girl said none. And the doctor was trying to prescribe her contraceptives, right?
Okay.
And she said that she didn't need them. And the doctor told her, well, you may get pregnant. And the girl looked at the doctor and was like, I like girls. Do you know what I mean? So that's what I meant when doctors and nurses don't know. That Norman was trying to cover up Kenny's junk. Can we move on?
And again, I don't want that visual, please.
I am so sorry, but I had to clear that up, Laura.
No, I'm glad you did.
Because I hate to offend anybody, and when I listen to that, if I would have been a nurse, I'd have been throwing something at the wall. Do you hear me? I really would have. Real quickly, you can only vote until July 7th for us to win.
And I think you can only vote one time.
You can only... I was going to bring that up because you can only vote one time. I've gone back there. I've refreshed the page. You can change your vote to somebody else.
No, we don't want that to go on.
No, but...
But yeah, you can only vote one time.
Unless you have a different email address.
Yes.
Each email address gives you a chance to vote.
Right.
So anybody out there who has 1,000 of them generated, please vote.
Go for it. Yeah.
Okay.
How about the Kool-Aid recipe?
Oh God, I forgot about that. How do I always forget about the Kool-Aid recipe?
How can you forget the Kool-Aid recipe?
It's one of the most important parts.
This one is from my friend Sherry D.
Yes, and you know what?
What?
I showed up today. I'm like, I don't have a Kool-Aid recipe, and you're like, ooh,
I'm like,
Sherry
I do.
got us one.
That's right. And I remembered her married last name. Ha!
Yeah, there was one episode you referred to her as
Her
the
maiden
wrong initial.
I know. And she's sitting there laughing her ass off right now, but
It's all a good thing.
it's all good.
Anyway, we just got through with Memorial Day, and 4th of July is coming up here in the great
So we're
state
still
of
patriotic.
America.
We're still patriotic.
Anyway. Okay, the Kool-Aid recipe, I guess, what do you want to entitle it? Between the holidays?
Sure.
Okay. Hi, Sherry. You take one blue, I guess, Jell-O mix, and you mix it with vodka and any kind of blue Kool-Aid powder, okay? 1 envelope, unflavored gelatin.
Okay.
Right? Because you have to add sugar.
Right.
To both of them, right? You add 1 gelatin cherry with 1 package of black cherry, Kool-Aid, and vodka.
Oh, yum.
You replace the water with vodka to make the gelatin and add the Kool-Aid and sugar. Layer in, enjoy.
Oh.
So,
All I kept hearing was vodka.
I like
vodka.
and vodka. Oh, my God. But we've been on...
And I heard black cherry Kool-Aid.
And
so
we've been on a gin kick, too. You know that?
That's
the
true.
last 2 were gin recipes.
That's true. But
Guys, send us your recipes for Kool-Aid. We don't have any more.
We're running low. We're running out.
And some days I have to make them up, and it's stressful. It's stressful. I got enough to do other than go, oh my God, give me a Kool-Aid recipe.
Well, we could Google them, but that would take too much work, right?
I've done that, but there's so many of them that we've either done or they're just disgusting. Or
like the pickles,
or like
and the mac and cheese,
and the mac and cheese. Oh yeah, there's a lot out there. You can color your chicken, Laura. Your chicken.
That sounds dirty.
That you bake.
You can color your chicken.
Color your chickens. Okay.
On that note.
Oh, I did something exciting this week.
What?
But I didn't have time to do the actual finishing part of it.
I have no idea where this is going.
I ordered vinyl decals, 3x5s, so people can stick them on their bumpers.
Okay.
And I got the hell out t-shirts.
Yeehaw!
Small, medium, large, and extra large.
Nice.
But I only have so many each.
Okay.
And it's going to
How are we going to do this?
Well, what I didn't get to do today is I didn't get done working till 4, and I had to take my son to work at 4. So he's always 15 minutes late when that happens and work doesn't care, right? Mm-hmm. But by the time I got done with that, the post office was closed and I couldn't open a post office box because do you want them to ship shit to your house?
Nope. So we're getting a P.O. box.
We are getting, hey,
Yeehaw!
high five, little
Quiet,
high five.
quiet high five.
We're getting our own P.O. box. And I gotta just check out the price of like the one price fits all envelopes or something.
You mean to send the shirts in?
Right.
Okay.
Because I know how much they cost. So I really don't want to make anything on this. I just want to get shit out there because I find it funny.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yep.
I may someday come across somebody wearing one of my t-shirts.
How funny would that be?
How funny would it be that I would go up to them and go, oh my gosh, oh my gosh.
Oh, that's even funnier, yeah.
And they have no idea who I am.
That's so funny. That's true. Who is this freak accosting me?
Exactly.
Oh my
And
gosh, that's so funny.
I've heard of instances, where somebody's wearing like a band T-shirt, like Green Day or something, and somebody from the actual band goes up to them and like, "Oh my gosh, I love your shirt" or something,
And they have no idea who it is.
They have no idea who it is.
Right. And then you're like, "Can I take a picture with you?" And they're like, "Why does this freak want a picture with me?"
Yeah. Anyway, we're gonna have. Oh, and I asked about menstrual mats so that people could have
To get them made.
Yes.
Oh my god.
So
And the answer is
it depends on what they're made with. The printing shop that I use, the guy he's always so nice to me.
was he like, "What the hell do you want this for?"
And he played, well, I told him what the
Placement.
podcast was about.
Okay.
He
did
did
you
look
tell
at-
him they were actual menstrual mats or placemats?
I asked for placemats and he gave me a hairy eyeball type deal. And I went, "Do you listen to the show?" And he goes, "Occasionally." I says, "You ain't got to the menstrual mats part yet, have you?" And he looked at me just...
Was he like, "I'm sorry I asked"?
A lot of people are sorry about what they ask, is all I tell you. But I don't think they sell white ones. I think all the ones at the dollar store are like colored, like red, green, yellow, sunflower pattern. Know what I mean? So anyway, I'm going to get a couple of them and see if he can print on them.
The red one might work. Or do they have like a gray?
Oh, and the shirts I ordered, they're the white ones, they're so thin that like you can see through them.
Okay.
So I got dark white shirts.
Dark white.
Dark.
What the hell is dark white?
Really light gray. I consider it dark white.
Oh my lord. Okay.
It's not quite gray, but it's not quite white.
Okie doke. So it's like a dingy white.
Dark white.
Okay, we'll go with dark white. Sure.
We're going with
We're
dark,
going dark
white,
white.
okay? And I really hate to promote certain people and things, but do you watch America's Got Talent?
Nope.
There was a 9-year-old boy on there named Tyler Butler Figueroa. And he's a violinist.
Mm-hmm.
And let me tell you, I didn't get to see it last night when I was actually playing, but it was on my news feed today. Brought me to freaking tears.
Oh, wow. He's how old?
I think he's 9.
Oh my gosh.
He was... Anyway, the whole story of him, I'm not going to give it out. I'm going to share this link on the Facebook page.
Mm-hmm.
But Laura, it brought me to tears. And Simon gave him the golden buzzer at the end.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and he played on the violin. He played "What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Stand a little taller."
Your mom's loving your singing.
Anyway, but oh my God, he brought tears to my eyes. He survived cancer and all kinds of stuff.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah, I totally, you guys gotta watch this. You know what I mean?
Aw.
Oh, do you know what it's time for?
What, a beer?
Well, you guessed it. You knew. Ready, guys?
There you go.
I offered you one, but you didn't want one.
No, I don't want a beer.
You don't like beer.
No. Ugh.
See, I would drink wine if you got Zinfandel or Chablis and like cut it with cherry juice. That is good shit. And all these wine connoisseurs are just cringing, aren't they?
Oh, I'm sure they are. Oh, God, yeah.
Well, see, I buy like a 12% or more wine, which would just throw me on my ass because I would drink wine like it was beer. Do you know what I mean?
Well, you could, like, sip your wine.
There
like you're
is no
supposed
sipping
to do.
when there's drinking.
Oy vey.
Coffee, milk, and beer. You swill it all down. Anyway.
If you say so. If you say so.
Okay. Where are we going now?
I don't know.
Oh, remember our assistant Marie?
Mm-hmm.
She listens to us and she says, sodomy is frowned upon in the Bible.
Yeah, they say that in the Bible.
Well, she couldn't give me a... And look, I said, per ass Marie for assistant.
Oh, God. Oh.
Hey, it's a drinking episode. What can I tell you? Oh, and my mother is planning her 70th birthday party. She called me tonight on the way over.
At Burning Man?
No. Walnut Grill doesn't make me happy. Anyway. Yeah. 70. And I told her I'd throw her a party, but, hey.
When's her birthday? It's soon?
July.
Coming up.
All right. Where are we at? Oh, we're good. Where do you want to go from here?
I don't
Pending post.
Sure, it's
shit from
post.
Little Man.
Let's do shit from Little Man.
Oh, really?
Why, to throw you for a loop?
Yeah, because we usually do that till later. Okay. They had some golden nuggets out there in the past few days, because it was, 3 days ago we were sitting here.
Okay. What does Little Man have to say?
Now, I don't know how many books Little Man has. I really don't. And I don't really have anybody I can ask. They only know up to so many. But this is the 5th book of Little Man. Chapter 20, verse 36.
All right.
And remember, they don't know what verses are.
And they don't know punctuation. Go for it.
God's kingdom is going to turn this thing around with the ones who are living by God's laws, and we'll live by them. Don't try to fool God. He knows what's going on. I'm going to show you that next. God's way and God's kingdom of man that he's now forming. That was made a little lower than the angels in the Malachim. You will have the power of God one day.
You will have the power of God one day?
That's the last sentence. Do you read that? You will have the power of God one day. You're looking at it.
I'm looking at it.
And your face is just like incredulous. He has to keep giving these people something to make them feel
to have them
more
hold
special.
On. Well, to have them hold on.
See, Laura, you're not just going to teach aliens and alien planets how to live by God's laws. You're going to have the power of God someday.
Wow.
Well, and if you have the power of God, couldn't you turn around and smite God? Or would it be an equal match? Lightning bolt for lightning bolt?
Could be.
Like fighting your twin in a mirror, maybe?
Could be.
But wait a minute. How many billions of us are going to be God-powered?
So, like...
We could all kill the original God because it just says we will
or
have
each
the
other.
Power of God.
Or each other.
I don't know.
As usual, makes complete sense.
Okay, remember we did Pentecost 2 days ago?
Yeah.
Pentecost was yesterday for them.
No,
2 days ago,
2 days
Monday.
ago.
This is a quote from Little Man from Pentecost 2018, okay?
2018 or 19?
2018.
Oh, okay.
A year ago.
Gotcha.
They like to do the year increment things.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? You really need to put forth an effort to get this spiritual food.
Okay.
That's
That's
so
it?
inspirational.
Oh! You need to put forth the effort.
You need to really put forth an effort to get this spiritual food, which means you're whatever, and they're feeding you this food. If you don't go up to the trough and willingly eat it, it's up to you. You starve.
Okay.
Okay, we're back to the 5th book of Little Man, chapter 19, verse 2.
Mm-hmm.
And I think all the other countries in the world are going to get a kick out of this one.
Oh, no.
Especially Jerusalem and Israel, okay?
Okay.
Excuse me. The United States is the chosen spot for the house of God in these last days. If you stop to think about it, there's no other place on the face of the earth that the house of God could be established and speak freely and boldly before the people, as the apostles said we would. We've got to do it. God saw to it that the United States was designed for that purpose, for his work in these last days.
God picked the United States.
God picked the United States. Oh, Laura, how are people eating this shit?
No. Oh, my gosh.
They speak freely in Canada, France, a lot of places. And forgive me if I'm wrong for misquoting free speech anywhere.
Oh, my God.
But
the United States was picked.
We're picked. But meanwhile, we all have Little Man's last name simply for the fact of he has dual citizenship between this country and Israel, okay? And supposedly when you have dual citizenship, you can take your wives, kids, cousins, whatever. So we all changed our last name to his last name. And
So you could all go together.
He was supposedly adopt us all. And can you imagine the airplanes full of people going over there to build the temple? Can you imagine the people in Israel and the outrage they have as this group of people is building this
Can you imagine
ramshackle thing?
Can you imagine the people at the customs counter? Going like
last name, last name.
Like what the hell is this?
We could have freaking how many people does like one of them Airbuses hold? But imagine if you got like 5,000 people you're taking over there. Where were we all supposed to live in retrospect? Eat, work.
You worry about that when you get there, right?
Exactly. You worry about that when you get there.
You don't need to worry about that ahead of time.
Cheers, mofos. I would have done that closer to the microphone, but I didn't know how bubbly and loud it would be.
Oh my God.
Okay, are you ready for the last one?
Mm-hmm.
This one is also the 5th book of Little Man, but this is chapter 3, verse 13.
Okay.
The Savior said, "Don't be deceived." He said, "These things are coming. The message is going to be preached and all the world is a witness. And then the end will come. The end is just 3.5 years, which we're going through. We're going to witness it all. You can be a part of this thing, brethren. Clear up until the end, or you can lose your life in this time period by running away from the house of God."
Alrighty.
Well, that's the thing. Like, when you were getting ready to leave or get your family out, very few people were very quiet about it. They would talk to their friends or closest friends or maybe relatives. And then suddenly you've got counselors, you got elders, beaming down on you. Like I said, Kenny trapped me in a bathroom for 5 hours. God loves me. Why am I breaking up my family? I'm going to lose out on the kingdom. Do you know what I mean?
There's probably like coming out of the woodwork.
What's coming out of the woodwork?
The people to get you back into the cult. Like once you said that you were going to leave.
I told you, the bitch I love to hate brought a 6-pack of bottles with, I'm going to say her name. I don't care if she's there or not. Kasaja. Okay? The 2 counselors came, brought a 6-pack of the beer I drank. And I think she had American Spirit cigarettes because they were all natural. Do you know what I mean?
Okay.
And I really wish I had a picture, but that's the days before, the camera on your cell phone.
Right, you had to have an actual camera.
You had to have an actual camera, yeah. It was even before digital. That was film. Did you actually get the shot? Do you know?
Oh, yeah. How many times did you get the pictures developed? And it's like maybe one that was good out of the whole roll.
Well, you can give them back and not pay for them.
Well, I know, but still, it's just like, shit.
Do they still develop film?
I think they do.
Where?
You have to send it away.
Walmart?
They still send it out, yeah.
Okie dokie then. I've found quite a few since I've been looking through my house for like culty stuff.
Cult pictures, cult rolls of film.
Well, I found rolls of film, but I'm not sure what's on them.
Oh, that could be a surprise.
Ooh, I love surprises.
No, I'm like 99% sure Walmart will send it out.
Guess what I have right here, right now?
What?
I have a bread sack that I can post.
You can post it?
I can post it!
Let me see.
I'm going to read it.
Okay.
And I want anybody out there to tell me if you can figure the hell out of the end of this, okay? Because I told you they're using that numbering system to make sentences and stuff. And what did I call it?
Tetra something.
Okay. Behold, how right and how pleasant it is for brothers to dwell together in unity. In one accord, not a Honda, a.k.a. Van 322.
Wait.
And then, wait a minute, this is Psalms 133:1, okay? But look, I'm going to let you look at this and read this, and you tell me what you make of it.
Oh, my God.
Accord, not a Honda.
In one accord, not a Honda. Oh, my God.
And what is AK Van 322? Do they have vans that they bus people around in?
AKA, also known as
Van 322.
Maybe that's the number of their van.
That's what I'm saying, because, they're a non-profit. I'm using those loosely
Air quotes.
air quote things. But, yeah, look, I got a bread sack I can actually
Oh my God.
post.
Definitely post that.
Okay, now, wait a minute. I got to figure out where I'm going. It's not working.
What?
It was... Wait a minute. Oh, you know what? I'm not even in pending posts. I'm in pictures. Why am I in pictures?
Because we said we were going to do little man things first.
Ah, that's right.
See?
Okay, I had one beer before I showed up here. Does it show?
No.
I'm okay. And by the way, I do not, condone drinking and driving. Like, the most I'll have is, like, one more beer after this, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Laura, do I actually leave here drunk?
Nope, you never do. I will give you that.
So, yeah. No drinking and driving, guys. It's just, I can sit here and have a couple of beers, and we actually sit here for an hour or so afterwards and talk about the next episode and other assorted shit.
And just bullshit.
And I usually go to the Kel Cave, or I go to Kim's. I used to go to Cindy's, but she moved. Hey, it just... Because they
Okay.
don't around here. Why am I driving all the way back there when I can party here? Seriously. And tomorrow's my day off. Do you know that?
I didn't know that.
I don't have to get up.
I was like all messed up with what day it is.
Tomorrow's Thursday and it's
I
my
keep
day
thinking
off.
it was Sunday because we're recording.
I gotta go to West Virginia. You at least would think it was Sunday and you got up for work Monday.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I would. Anyway. Oh, where are we going? Pending post. Look, it didn't pull it up for me. That's okay. We got a lot of them.
Okay.
Some of them are good.
Some of them are good ones. Some of them are bad. None of them are ever bad.
Some of them I have to question, but okay, where am I going? Oh, Amanda S. She said she's struggling not to lose it during this bread sack conversation 3 days ago. And Brooke A had something to share, but I'm going to do that in a minute. Okie doke.
Why can't you do it now?
Because I had things kind of in an order, because I don't want to go from serious to funny and...
Gotcha.
You know what I mean?
Right, gotcha.
I do my best, but I screw it up anyway. Okay, Mallory C. Okay, she says, I was reading an article on Vice.com today about weird Roku channels, and look what popped up.
What? A little man channel?
She said, P.S. I was going to link the article itself, but I wasn't sure if that would be too much of a giveaway since the article lists the cult's full name. I will add it in a comment if that's okay. I tried obscuring everything about the cult that could immediately identify it, including adding hearts to all of the faces. I thought the men in the screenshot would appreciate the hearts in particular. Okay. It's entitled A Deep Dive into the Absolutely Ridiculous World of Roku Channels. And look whose picture is there with the sanctuary in their weird ass robes.
And they all have little hearts on their faces.
That's what she wrote.
Oh my gosh.
She thought they would appreciate all the hearts on all the little man's faces.
Oh, I love it.
And see, I can approve this. Guys, you send me anything. You take a tip from Mallory here and look at what she did.
She knows how to fix those pictures.
Not only that, she said she'd put it in the comments because, hey, I can't help what people in the I Got the Hell Out Facebook group discuss, post, right? She made this post totally acceptable, and it'll help people find it. Oh my God, they had their own. I knew they had their own Roku channel, but I just never knew how to throw it in there.
Bam, now it's there.
Okay, where am I at? Okay, Sam. Sam's been a big contributor lately, Sam S. They've been catching up and they just listened to episode 66. And it reads, I joke a lot here, but it's easy when you didn't live this nightmare. I just wanted to say thank you for sharing your life with us and for everything you do. I hope that sharing your story with us and all of us here makes you feel a little less lonely, and I'm so damn glad you got the hell out. Thank you, Sam. And I'd also like to say that sometimes sharing your story, it heals you. And it also helps a lot of people to say, you know what? Me too. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
This is where I go back and I read Brooks. She says, "Hi, new here, but I wanted to share that after 3 years of feeling guilty and sad, I deleted my last contact to a fundamentalist Christian moms group that tried very hard to convince me that I was wrong all of the time for seeking medical care for my daughter who has many medical needs. They also did a number on my self-esteem and love bombed the shit out of me until I told them that I don't believe my daughter is possessed when she has seizures.
What?
They told me it was a sin to work outside of the home and that God would provide me the means to take care of my family if I attended more meetings and stopped being so opinionated."
Ooh.
She must have listened to the episode where my poor son Jesse got mutilated several times and had to have a dislocated shoulder for 3 days as, a few month old.
Oh.
I talked to Brooke, private messaged her back and forth, and she's doing good. Hey girl,
I'm so
shout
glad to
out
hear
to
that.
ya. I didn't ask you about the second part of the private conversation. Maybe that'll come in next time. Monday the 25th.
4th, 5th.
4th, 5th.
Whatever.
Time is irrelevant, isn't it?
When you're drinking your beer, yep.
I love my beer. It's beer 30 for crying out loud. Oh, and Debbie C says, "So love the podcast. Thanks, Deb and Laura, for all your work. Have a great week."
You too. Thank you very much.
Remember,
That's very nice.
it's very nice. I was looking at the next one. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
What are you laughing at?
Remember when I told you life hits you with a red dodgeball in the face sometimes?
Yeah.
Marissa Ann puts, "I used to think I had some control over my life. Now I just pull up a chair and watch the shit show unfold before me." And
Isn't that the truth
is the
sometimes?
truth. Oh
That is.
my gosh, is that the truth?
Sometimes all you can do is sit back and just watch it play out.
I have been so upset twice in my life about something that all I could do was sit down and start hysterically laughing and crying at the same time. And I'll tell you, I've only felt that emotion twice. And it was incredible, like a roller coaster, but at the end of it, it kind of sucked. You know what I mean? Anyway, okay, I started to read this pending post, Tatiana, last week about making shirts.
Yes.
Girl, you can still make all the shirts you want. You can sell them all you want. Just you. You the only one. I find any other kind of counterfeit shirts.
You're coming after them.
I'm going after them with my commando saw and my stabby stick.
Your stabby stick. She's after you with the stabby stick.
Anyway, the part that I didn't read and I meant to was, someone needs to make shirts. I just really want a photo with your logo at Burning Man. Even if you don't make it there this year, your message can be there. Especially since I just got the hell out of a 10-year relationship with an overbearing, dominating partner. Your pep talks mean even more to me now.
Aww.
God, these things just melt my heart,
awesome.
Laura. Hey, Tatiana, I want to go to Burning Man so bad. Can I get a plane ticket and meet you there? Just because Laura's, I don't even want to call you a bad name.
You
I'm
can
just
call
gonna
me whatever
call
you want. I'm still not going.
You're a kitty cat.
Meow.
Anyway, can I pay you to go?
No.
Why?
Because I'm not going out there and all that dust and heat. No.
But it's really cool. There's a lot to experience. It's a lot about art, finding yourself, and you're not cooking in the sun the entire time. Honestly, there's trailers and stuff set up, and
If there's a hotel right nearby that I
Sorry.
can hang, well then not going.
I showed you the aerial picture. It is the third biggest town in Nevada for 2 weeks. That's it. I think it's Nevada.
So you don't even know where the hell it is.
I know it's out there in the desert.
It's out there.
It's out there in the desert. Okay. God, what else do we have? Oh, I never did quite. It's only been 3 days, so I have no idea. I didn't ask anybody about oral sex. That'll be next time.
Oh, okay.
Know
For
what
the
I mean?
sex episode, or just in general.
An oral sex episode? That
No,
just
the
sounds
sex,
so dirty.
the sex episode.
We already did that, which was boring. Everything is no, 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 except for the people who were perverted and did it on the side. Do you know?
Which
what I
I'm sure was half of them, if not more.
mean? I know what my own hubby did. Oh, and by the way, I heard something through the grapevine.
What?
Would you like to hear it?
What if I said no?
Tell it anyway. We're just gonna call her Jenny.
Okay.
Okay. Generic Jenny is married to Kenny. See, I made that.
Oh,
wrong.
good Lord. Okay.
I heard through the grapevine. I don't know this woman really personal. She was, a really young teenager when he married her and I got the hell out. But she hated when Kenny would come home because all he would do is screw her, whether she wanted it or not.
Ugh.
And that's why she has like 6 or 7 kids now.
Oh, God.
But, yeah, can you just imagine someone coming home for 3 to 5 days a month and all they want to do is just...
It's like, leave me alone.
And I guess there's no passion, no love. It's
yeah.
It has to be almost perfunctionatory as if you're masturbating with a person. I don't know.
Like all mechanical.
I don't know. Oh, and by the way, did you see the picture I posted of my youngest son, Q?
I did.
He was my chunky baby that could swim before he could, Anyway, there's sunscreen in the picture.
Okay.
I had to hide that picture for years. Do you know why?
Why?
Sunscreen is poisonous.
And cancer's okay. Skin cancer's okay.
No. See, the sun is okay. It is the sunscreen that gives you cancer. It's cancer sauce.
I did not know that.
Sunscreen is cancer sauce.
Cancer sauce. Okay.
Seriously. That I have to dig out a picture, and Kenny may have confiscated it, but I let my boys go with it. I had to. It was visitation.
Mm-hmm.
And he got the property, he got everything, because, Debbie's a true attorney screwed her, right? Not literally, just figuratively. But my son was so sunburnt when he came home. He had blisters.
And they're okay with that?
Well, I poisoned him with sunscreen. That's why he was blistering.
Oh, because he had sunscreen on, like...
Right, because Mommy used to put sunscreen on him, don't tell Daddy. Well, now Mommy and Daddy are divorced, and he's at the pool in the backyard with Dad.
And the sunscreen you put on months before...
Or years
before caused the blisters.
That was a baby I was putting it on his head.
Right.
Sunscreen is cancer sauce. Seriously. And remember, the little man keeps saying, you can cure your eyesight by
staring into the sun. Yeah.
Yeah. I wonder how many people have gone blind out there.
Oh my God. How many people have skin cancer?
Like I said, I am trying really hard to put together excuse me. That came out at the wrong time. A tribute episode to all the people who died out there. Cheers to all the people who died out there. Did I make up for that? No.
For your burp?
Really. Yeah. No. Look at you. Look at me bad.
No, I just laugh.
You know what? How about you let me have a break for a minute and you read the article we got.
Okay.
And by the way, guys, last week I talked about one of the sweetest girls I ever knew. Her name was Lisa. Don't remember what her culty name was, but her last name started with a D. Sammy's sister, Naoria's sister, sweetest girl. Anyway, I went and take a bath with her. Well, she took the bath.
Oh, that's right.
This is the elder she was married to. He is writing into the newspaper, apparently.
Okay, and feel free to cut in with any kind of comments.
Oh, should I flag you down with like a hand signal or just jump in?
Just jump right on in.
Okay.
Okay, so it says a cult member responds. I am writing this letter in response to the article on the cult, which appeared on the front page of the Sunday, April 14th edition of the newspaper.
And everybody should know what newspaper that is by now. Come on.
Being from out of town, when I first picked up your paper, I noticed the quote you apply to yourselves. And the quote is, "We sketch your world exactly as it goes." But as I read the article against the cults, my disappointment about this quote grew to shock. This article paints nothing but one unproven allegation after another.
Ha ha.
How can I say this with such conviction? I've been a member, along with my wife and family, of the cult.
We're going to do family in quotes here.
Okay. Family of the cult for 6 years and have served as an elder for the past 2 years.
Yep.
My wife and I are also kin to Kay, whom you quote in this article. Kay being married to my wife's brother for the past 10 years. Having knowledge of both the teachings and the workings of the cult and the past dealings of Kay, I can tell you that the pertinent facts about her story do not appear in this article. Speaking as an elder in the cult, I tell you the cult has never accepted food stamps or any other form of government assistance as tithes.
I can't even. I gotta stop you here. I gotta stop you here. Because my one friend, and I'm going to say her name because she died, and she was a good friend. I miss you, Ken Rea. You were a good fucking apple, man. Ken Rea would get a list, and she showed it to me the one day. It came from little man himself. All of her food stamps, the tithe from her food stamps, he wanted blueberry pie filling.
Oh.
Keep going.
So even though it says they have never accepted it as a tithe.
I told you, it came over the pulpit that anybody who got food stamps, you had to go to a mandatory meeting. Because when you're sitting in the welfare office, they're asking you, are you sharing your stuff? Are you selling your stuff? And there was a really honest woman. One really honest woman that said, well, I only really have to give 10% of them to the cult. And, only every other third year do I have to give another 10%. And, well, 10% of those I have to stick in my feast trailer so I can eat that stuff during feast.
Good Lord. They probably love that.
I'm telling you, this town is egg-shaped. It is 6 by 8 square miles. If you get on a road and you're heading north, south, east, or west, and all of a sudden there's no houses and lots of landscape, turn around and go back. You left the town. One police department, one sheriff's department, one of everything, one courthouse. I mean, there's another courthouse, but that's a different county. Do you know what I mean? Here you go. Keep reading.
Okay, so then he goes on to say, my own family struggled financially at times, and we received food stamps, but we never gave food stamps as tithes.
Well, okay. They did not actually give the food stamps and say, here, go buy stuff. You were given a list. Go buy this. And they had it down to the penny.
So they can technically say that we never gave food stamps as tithes.
Right.
They can technically say that even though it's bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And I'm eating cheese nips. They're really good white cheddar flavor. I'll stop now.
Okay. Let's see here. Despite what, not going to say the name, we'll just go by C, says, you should get your facts before publishing in an article like this. Says your staff, quoted your staff writers, or any other elder never advised, never even suggested that we pay tithes with food stamps, nor even that we go on food stamps. So they're saying they shouldn't even go on food stamps.
Oh, gosh. We were encouraged to take everything we could from the government. Everything. Kind of like, if your enemy is offering you something, you might as well take it. Because it's free. And not only that, the women were told to exclusively breastfeed because formula's bad, which personally I think breastfeeding's better, but there's people that don't have that option. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But we were encouraged to go to the WIC office
and get your formula
and get cases or the coupons for the cases of formula. And they would sell them.
Oh, how nice.
Hey, if the government's giving you free stuff, you might as well take advantage of it. and turn around and sell it.
Because that's godly. Yeah.
That or they put it in food storage.
Ah.
One of the two.
Okay.
A lot of it did go to food storage. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But by now, Laura, if I contributed formula in 1996 through 1990, do you think it's still good in them cans, sitting in a tractor trailer,
In the
sitting in the heat?
I'd say no.
Okay.
All right, moving on. Let's see. Furthermore, there are no offering plates passed around in the cult.
No, you're guilted into giving everything.
Tithing is purely voluntary, Debbie. And we only teach what the Bible says about it, as all churches do.
Right.
The cult teaches all, whether rich or poor, to be honest in their dealings.
Haha.
We teach complete law keeping, not only the laws of the Bible, but the laws of man's government as well.
Oh, yeah, that's why they can't smoke pot and other stuff, because it's not legal there.
Okay. He goes on to say, I personally help out in the cult's prison ministry, and many of the chaplains at the prison we visit tell me that the prisoners who convert to our teachings, oh my God, become model prisoners.
Oh, yes. You can spew anything you want on a newspaper. Remember, the model prisoners that they're becoming, they're being offered a place to go. If you were a child molester and your family hated you, you had no friends left, and you're actually getting out,
you need a place to go.
And you find pedophile elder and his ministry, again,
air quotes,
and they're giving you a trailer to live in. They're giving you some spending money. All you got to do is pick and plant carrots or whatever. Wouldn't that be better than being in prison and being
homeless?
And being homeless, because most people who leave an actual prison, they give you a bus ticket and a mesh bag and send you on your way. Do you know what I mean?
Somewhere to go. There you go.
And in all honesty, I know that place is... I have another friend who was not in the cult, and she posts articles every freaking day about the crime in that town. About pedophiles, murderers. Anyway, keep on with your article.
Okay. Having known Kay for 10 years, my wife and I both know that her troubles with the welfare system began long before she came to the cult. The pending charges against her in the state are the result of her own negligence in filing the proper information. In fact, she boasted to both my wife and myself that she had gotten one over on the, quote, beastly system, as she called it.
Gosh, you got to stop right there.
Okay.
I know exactly who they're talking about. And she was in a different state and was tithing. So, and the beastly system gives you all your stuff, but that's a lie right there. She wasn't boasting. She was just being honest about stuff. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Keep going.
I guarantee that she did not learn this behavior at the cult, and in fact would have been ashamed to admit to the elders what she was doing concerning her dealings with the government assistance.
I'm sorry. Remember I told you last week Kenny fell off a 3-story building and almost landed in rebar?
Mm-hmm.
He was off work for a long time. And he got workers' comp, which is only 2/3 of your normal pay, right?
Okay.
Which was jack shit. And I went and applied for public assistance because I'm pregnant as hell. He can't work. He's laid up. Do you know how much they gave me?
I don't even want to know.
Guess.
Well, by the look on your face, probably $50.
I got $4 a month.
What? What the hell are you going to do with that?
I saved up all 6 months. Because, see, you get this little thing in the mail that says, hey, you're qualified for food stamps or whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it said $4. And I looked at it and I thought, my gosh, that's got to be a mistake. It either had to be 40 or 400.
Right.
And I live 2 blocks from the assistant's office. And, of course, Kenny's laid up on the couch, high up on pills. And don't blame him. He was messed up. But anyway, apparently I personally feel that because we were in the cult, people messed with our stuff. Because how could you be pregnant I'm not working, he's not working, and you're suddenly getting 2/3 of what you get on unemployment. I mean, it wasn't enough to live on, let alone pay tithes. But yeah, we had to pay tithes. Kenny ended up not going to classes and telling me not to go to some classes to save on gasoline money.
Oh,
God
wow.
would forgive us for missing the classes because we needed to pay our rent and other things. Because when you only have X amount of dollars coming in, what are you going to do?
Yeah.
You have to cut something out.
And that was the classes.
Yeah, but we didn't cut out tithing.
Wow.
Didn't cut out tithing.
Much to little man's delight.
And I'm sure. Keep reading.
Furthermore, Kay was never a steady, stable member of the cult, and certainly cannot be considered a representative of those who are.
Oh, that's so wrong. She was so behind her husband for so long, and I don't know why. And they excommunicated her. Well, that's because she found out the little man was doing his secretary, and that's when the law of multiple marriage came out.
And she didn't
blah,
like
blah. No. Do you play well with others?
No.
You know what? In all honesty, if everybody's adults, Laura, I wouldn't care if your kinkiness went to, you got a dozen men in your room doing whatever. If you're all consenting adults, that's great.
Go for it.
But guess what? I'm pretty much one-on-one. I don't want other playmates. If that's what you want, don't be with me.
Right.
And that's what Kay was like. She was, you know what? You're doing your secretary.
Not her,
This
yeah.
is fucked up. Do you
Yeah.
know what I mean? So keep reading.
Okay. On more than one occasion, she left the cult, only to return, and we always welcomed her back after she supposedly repented.
Oh, but now see, that didn't happen. She didn't. She might have left the grounds and went home, and then came back and left the grounds. And no, that never happened.
She was never a regular tithe payer, and in fact paid very little tithes to the cult.
What does it matter? Her husband is the leader, and he should be paying to begin with. What is she? Some multi-millionaire doctor who should be paying $5,000 in tithes every month? Come on.
Her accusations about the cult are completely fictitious. For
Yeah, right.
instance, wine, although permitted for the Savior's Last Supper, as in most churches, is not sold by the cult.
Ha ha! My very first feast, that's what I did. I sold Passover wine. Cheers, motherfuckers! And that's to the cult because I sold Passover wine. I did. Mogan David.
Bam.
Bam. Oh, because guess what? I was a brand new member. And all of the real jobs and positions were kind of filled. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But the general store, which was a big-ass tractor-trailer rig back end, right? You walked in one side, picked what you wanted, and you went out the other side. And it was down under the counter, but it was well known that if you showed up and you were a new member or you broke your bottle, whatever, you didn't have to drive all the way into town, which was like 30 miles away, to the liquor store to get one bottle of wine because you had to have it for the Seder meal. So guess what? Dude's a liar. That was my first job, to sell illegal wine. Oh my God, I hope I don't get in trouble.
What?
Do you think I can get in trouble for selling illegal wine through the cult?
No.
I just admitted to a crime.
You're fine.
Will you bail me out?
Sure.
Okay.
Moving on.
Moving on.
Kay insinuated that she was concerned about her personal safety. It's not only against the laws of this country, but it's against the laws of our Heavenly Father to commit murder.
Yes.
No one loyal to the teachings of the cult would ever commit this heinous sin or even consider threatening bodily harm to another human being.
They do and they have. They threatened me for crying out loud. And they killed another man that I can't talk about.
Would you like me to continue?
But I know for a fact they killed another man and they threatened the hell out of me because I know a lot of shit. Keep talking.
The article stated that Little Man has not responded to repeated requests for interviews.
Hell no.
If the newspaper would truly, quote, sketch our world exactly as it goes, you would not even go so far as to printing only one side of the story. If you would quit twisting and distorting statements and agree to print the truth, then Little Man will grant you an interview. Anything to say?
Is that the end of it?
No, we got one more paragraph.
Okay.
Why
I
are you
was gonna
getting
say,
bored?
I've been interjecting the whole time, haven't I?
Yep.
So.
Nope. I just wanted to make sure you didn't have anything.
This is little elder pervert B.
Okay.
Well, his last name was a B.
Okay. All right.
We can call him JB for job blow. Anyway, keep going.
We challenge the newspaper to rise above the hatred being displayed by the former members of the cult, whose only stated desire is to ruin an innocent man and return to the principles of responsible journalism that you claim to follow.
I want to laugh at innocent man.
Yeah, that's what I was laughing at too. All we have seen printed so far is merely allegation and lies concerning the cult and Little Man. I am only stating these things because I know my sister-in-law, Kay, and I know C. The facts are they both lie to cover their own sins. The only reason they have to hate Little Man is because he scolded them for the many sins they practice.
Oh, because he's so godly and sinless.
Mm-hmm.
So godly and sinless.
Yeah, from all you've told us, he sure is.
I don't think so. Okay, we're getting rid of Pastor's bread sacks and... God, I had something for you and I don't know where it... Okay, here it is. Okay, this is on the ex-members page.
Okay.
I am not friends with this man on Facebook. I knew him, okay?
Mm-hmm.
But I just wanted to read something that he said. And I think legally I can do this because I'm just reading something and nobody can really find it, right?
Yeah, you're not going to mention names or anything. So.
No.
Okay.
Little Man wanted all of the young women for himself so that he could use them in his money-making businesses. He loves wine, women, and money. In the past, many of his so-called concubines left away from him because of his harsh ruling authority over them.
Wow.
Well, like I told you, Little Man had first pick of everybody that comes in, for crying out loud. I wonder how many of his descendants are walking the earth today. There was one girl, we called her the Virgin, blah, 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 for the turkey basters. You know?
Oh, God, yeah.
Anyway, or do we got anything else?
Nope, I don't.
Excuse me, guys. I got a tiny bit left.
Go for it then.
Just a tiny bit, okay? Oh gosh. The person that showed us the Jehovah Witness booklet.
Yeah, from last time, yeah.
Yes. I'm so sorry, sweetheart. I gave your name last time. Don't got it this time. Do you know the Jehovah Witnesses used to come visit me for like a half a year?
I don't know if you told us this or not.
They started... I was sitting in my happy place weeding stuff, and this dude comes up and he invites me to find God.
Were you like, look, buddy?
And I basically told him, look, dude, I spent 10 years in an Old Testament doomsday cult. I ain't interested. And he got fascinated. And then he asked me, can I bring my wife back and we can talk to you? And I was like, hell yeah, why not? I talk to anybody, you know what I mean? They came from that Easter until it turned winter because we'd always sit outside on my porch.
Oh, wow.
And the first 2 or 3 times they left me literature that I went through and I marked all kinds of stuff like a teacher does that stuff
Got your
is
red
bad.
pen.
My red pen on a test, right? And then I would have homework for them.
No.
Oh yeah, I had homework for them.
You had homework for the Jehovah's Witnesses.
I did. And you know what? They did it every week. They showed up every day at the same time at 10 in the morning. I had a pot of coffee and I had something like this.
Oh my God, that's so funny.
And they did not come back this spring. And I wonder if, like, I convinced them that, like, God doesn't exist, to become atheist, or their pastor just told them to leave me alone. I was a lost cause and Satan's spawn. Do you know what I mean?
Right, right.
But when I can produce 10 scriptures, okay, about something and say, this is what I'm... See, I'm not going to do this. But I gave these people 10 different scriptures about something that God says. How do you disprove it? Oh, by the way, Jehovah Witnesses, according to the people I used to talk to, Noah's 3 sons had magical sperm.
You did say that one time. I do remember that.
Yeah, magical sperm that had Eskimo, Indian, black, Japanese, whatever you
All
are.
the different nationalities.
Yep. Magical sperm.
International sperm.
I don't know. Okay. Anyway, the truth will set you free, but it will piss you off first. You know that.
Yepper.
That's a big one for me. And you know what? I think we're pretty much done. You got anything?
No, I don't.
Okay. I want for everyone out there that is leaving a painful situation. Okay. I got a new song dedication.
Oh.
It's Kelsey, Kelsea, Bellerin, Balllerin, and the song is called Miss Me More.
Nice.
I've been jamming that all week because I thought I'd miss you, but I miss me more. For
Nice.
everybody out there, man, if you're missing yourself, seriously. And by the way, Laura's not going to be here, so you need to give me, keep me with, Facebook and
Yep.
ideas and questions and stuff.
Will do.
Please be safe, my friend, while you're
will.
on your international journeys.
Gallivanting.
You need to wear your I Got the Hell Out shirt.
I don't even know where the hell it is.
God, you're killing me. All right, guys. Again, if you listen to this before Sunday, you was out candy for another week and a half. Sorry.
So save the episode.
Or listen to it twice.
Or do that.
Well, I warned them in the beginning
You
to not listen to it. They should save it till Sunday. And then it would only be one Sunday without. But now they're eating it early, and they're going to go Sunday to Sunday.
That's what happens.
All right, guys. It's been Deb.
And Laura.
And it's been another wonderful episode of
I
Got the Hell Out. Bye, guys.